I'm a bit scattered brain right now because it's a completely different experience to be on this bike, or on an e-bike I should say. Let me make one thing clear. I'm not gonna review the Decoy, which is what I'm on. That right there is a 2021 YT Decoy. Because it's not my bike. I was gonna go ride somewhere else, changed my mind last minute, came here locally, ran into my friend Javi, whose bike this is. I simply want to talk about the experience, or my experience, my first descent, my very first experience with an e-bike. It's a really short, fast trail. I didn't feel the weight of the bike at all when I was descending, on the berms, on the jumps. And again, I didn't necessarily do any major significant, not even medium-sized jumps. They're just, you know, small sized jumps. But either way, I didn't feel the weight of the bike like I was expecting to feel it. It was maneuverable, not quite as agile as mine, but it was fun. First thing, you know, it's not set up to my weight and riding style, so that took some getting used to. But apart from that, the fact that, you know, you have this pedal assist, and I rode it primarily on trail mode all throughout, up and down. I did trigger on the boost mode just to, you know, get a feel for what that looks like, feels like. What I want to do though is now put it in boost and see how it does. This is boost. Didn't switch my gears out back, and yeah. What climb. This is beyond pedal assist, I think. Yeah, you can definitely kick in. I'm still in the same cog out back. It just turned to single track. Little punchy climbs here. They usually get the heart going. And boost is insane. So now that I'm on a single track and it's got windies here, keeping it in boost, from what I was warned against, I guess, is being careful not to have it in boost on single track windy trails, because that'll tend to want to wheelie and bring that front tire just way up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to, I'm gonna go trail, there we go. Yeah, trail is definitely the setting here, or the mode. It took me, again, probably about half the time getting used to, you know, coming out of a berm and just coming out, knowing how much speed I would get out of that berm when I went out to pedal. You know, I know what I need to do with my regular bike in order to get the speed that I need coming out of the berm. But and so it's just that difference, right? That it taking off, you know, felt good, but felt different. Also climbing, typically when I climb, you know, I'll get into the granny gears, Not on this one.
Thank you.
I stayed towards the middle, closer to the bottom of the cassette. When I had momentum going up, everything was fine. But as soon as I came across a switchback, a tight turn on my way up, then not realizing that, you know, I was closer to my higher gears, my smaller cogs or sprockets out back, you know, I slowed down, and then I just couldn't get that pedal assist to re-engage to get me through that turn. It's a tight turn, man.
I know you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, man. And I borrowed my buddy's e-bike, and I'm trying to gauge the speed and braking and all this stuff. And so it stopped me on my tracks a couple of times, so that took some getting used to. Oh, that felt a little weird. It felt like it popped me. Braking, you know, I came down this rather steep section that's followed by a quick right-hander. Although I was riding very cautiously because it's not my bike and it's an expensive build, so I was being very cautious. Anyways, I came down this descent and hit the brakes, but realized that I didn't quite stop like I was hoping that I would stop, and I think that's because I felt the weight of the bike, you know, just wanting to keep going. So I didn't even come in that hot. I came in slow, but I think the weight of the bike just made it a lot more challenging to stop. Definitely something that I needed to keep in mind as I kept on riding. It's obviously not the brakes that are on the bike, because this bike is spec'd with TRP's VHR Evo, so plenty of power, right? Best thing of all, I think I rode, and I'll put it on the screen how many miles I rode, but I typically ride 10 to 11 miles. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen however many miles I rode today. But I don't want to say that I didn't get tired, because most of my soreness, I guess, where I'm feeling it, it's more upper body than down below the waist. And I think that's because, you know, obviously when you're descending, you're having to manhandle that bike and keep it straight, lean it, what have you, stay in control. So definitely a lot more arm strength and upper strength, shoulders. It's where I feel that I worked out the most. To close this out, I am extremely tempted to jump on an e-bike. I'm so used to my Meta SX. It is the best bike that I've owned to date. If I could get an e-bike with the right geometry like the SX, and if I can get it feeling as plush with the X2 and my Marzocchi Z1 up front, or something similar, then I would not hesitate. Thank you to Javi for letting me ride his bike and trusting me with it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Until next time, ride faster, don't die. God bless.
We'll go distortion, tower, monk dog out.
See ya. All right, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Good seeing you, man.
See you, man.